The Senate voted on Thursday to pass sweeping legislation that would authorize $858 billion in national defense funding and rescind the U.S. military's COVID vaccine mandate. Now that it has passed the Senate, the measure is cleared for President Joe Biden's signature. As part of its $858 billion top line for national defense funding, the measure authorizes $817 billion specifically for the Department of Defense. The massive bill includes a vast number of policy provisions. Among them, it would authorize a 4.6% pay raise for military service members. It includes provisions to strengthen air power and land warfare defense capabilities as well as cybersecurity. It also aims to bolster U.S. support for Ukraine and NATO. The provision to rescind the military's COVID vaccine mandate comes after congressional Republicans pushed for its repeal. House GOP leader Kevin McCarthy has praised the provision, saying, "The end of President Biden's military COVID vaccine mandate is a victory for our military and for common sense." Prior to a vote on final passage, the Senate took some amendment votes. One proposed amendment was a measure offered by Senator Ron Johnson, a Republican from Wisconsin, and other conservatives that would reinstate members of the military who were discharged for refusing to get COVID-19 vaccines. The amendment did not pass, however. The underlying defense bill does rescind the vaccine mandate for the military but does not reinstate those service members. The White House declined to say last week whether Biden would sign the must-pass annual defense bill if it includes the provision to rescind the military COVID vaccine mandate, reiterating that the president continues to support a mandate but leaving the door open to a repeal. Democrats concluded that including the GOP priority was a necessity in order to get the must-pass policy bill across the finish line. And White House officials have quietly acknowledged that means their opposition to the vaccine language will not get in the way of the bill's passage. The final version of the defense policy bill is the product of lengthy negotiations between key House and Senate lawmakers. The bill outlines the policy agenda for the Department of Defense and the U.S. military and authorizes spending in line with the Pentagon's priorities, though the legislation does not appropriate the funding itself. This story and headline have been updated with additional developments. This story has been updated to correctly attribute who was behind efforts to include an amendment that would reinstate members of the military who did not receive a COVID-19 vaccine. The measure was offered by Senator Ron Johnson and other Senate conservatives.
Twitter is banning prominent journalists criticizing Elon Musk. A slew of prominent journalists were suspended from Twitter on Thursday afternoon, adding on to an already controversial week of content moderation decisions by new platform owner Elon Musk. The removed accounts shared a common thread of critical coverage of Musk and his management and policy decisions following his October takeover of Twitter. "I was banned on Thursday night immediately after sharing a screenshot from CNN's Donnie O'Sullivan moments after he was suspended." The screenshot was an official LAPD statement regarding the incident Elon Musk was tweeting out about last night, which led him to suspending ElonJet and its creator Jack Sweeney, Binder told Rolling Stone. "I did not share any location data, as per Twitter's new terms. Nor did I share any links to ElonJet or other location tracking accounts. I have been highly critical of Musk but never broke any of Twitter's listed policies." Also removed from Twitter was an account run by freelance journalist Tony Webster, who shared on Mastodon that he was booted from his account with no warning. "My Twitter account has been suspended," he wrote with a screenshot of his suspended account. "I've received no explanation." The slew of bans comes on the heels of a controversial decision by Musk to ban software developer Jack Sweeney, who created various Twitter accounts that track the flights of private jets and celebrity aircraft via various Twitter accounts under his stewardship. In a retroactive change to Twitter's content moderation policy, Musk announced that any instances of posting real-time location data would be treated as a form of doxing and result in a suspension of the account. Musk attempted to link Sweeney's flight tracking data project to an incident in which an individual followed a car carrying his son. No evidence has come to light that the individual was motivated by or gathered information from Sweeney's account. Nevertheless, Musk threatened legal action against him. As celebrities and everyday users wave Twitter goodbye amid the drastic changes, Musk suspended competitor Mastodon's Twitter account. The move is in marked contrast to Musk's stance as a free speech absolutist who has frequently tweeted like-minded catchphrases like "sunlight is the best disinfectant" and "transparency is the key to trust," yet doesn't share those same beliefs when it comes to his own decisions at Twitter. In April, the Twitter CEO memorably posted, "I hope that even my worst critics remain on Twitter, because that is what free speech means." The tweet was followed by further clarification, with Musk doubling down on his commitment to free speech. After receiving media backlash for banning journalists on Thursday, Musk responded on Twitter, writing, "Criticizing me all day long is totally fine, but doxing my real-time location and endangering my family is not." Trump's major announcement was a scammy, superhero-themed NFT collection. Prince Harry reveals terrifying fight with a screaming Prince William in front of Queen. Kanye West's love of Hitler allegedly goes back 20 years. Megan Thee Stallion's ex-assistant said Tory Lanez threatened her with gun in car. This story is being updated.
Elon Musk's Twitter bans, NYT, Walpo journalists without explanation. Twitter on Thursday evening banned the accounts of several high-profile journalists from top news organizations without explanation, apparently marking a significant attempt by new owner Elon Musk to wield his unilateral authority over the platform. The accounts belonging to CNN's Donny O'Sullivan, The New York Times' Ryan Mack, The Washington Post's Drew Harwell and other journalists who have covered Musk aggressively in recent weeks were all abruptly permanently suspended. The account of progressive independent journalist Aaron Rupar was also banned. Neither Musk nor Twitter responded to a request for comment Thursday evening. The platform did not explain precisely why the journalists were exiled from the platform. The bans raised a number of questions about the future of the platform, which has been referred to as a digital town square. It also called into serious question Musk's supposed commitment to free speech. Musk has repeatedly said he would like to permit all legal speech on the platform. In April, on the same day he announced he would purchase Twitter, he had tweeted, "I hope that even my worst critics remain on Twitter, because that is what free speech means." Elon says he is a free speech champion and he is banning journalists for exercising free speech. "I think that calls into question his commitment," Harwell told CNN on Thursday. Rupar, too, said he had heard nothing from Twitter about the ban. A CNN spokesperson said the company has asked Twitter for an explanation, and it would reevaluate our relationship based on that response. The impulsive and unjustified suspension of a number of reporters, including CNN's Donny O'Sullivan, is concerning but not surprising. Twitter's increasing instability and volatility should be of incredible concern for everyone who uses Twitter, the spokesperson said. A New York Times spokesperson called the mass bans questionable and unfortunate, adding, "Neither the Times nor Ryan have received any explanation about why this occurred. We hope that all of the journalists' accounts are reinstated and that Twitter provides a satisfying explanation for this action." The suspensions come after Twitter shut down an account belonging to Mastodon, an emerging competitor, also on Thursday. That tweet is likely what ran afoul of Twitter's rules. Musk also blocked any account from linking to such information, as Mastodon did by linking to the account on its platform. The move comes after Musk reinstated previous Twitter rule breakers and stopped enforcing the platform's policies prohibiting COVID-19 misinformation. Several of the journalists banned Thursday had covered the ban of the Mastodon account, and highlighted the irony of Musk's self-reported mission to advance free speech. CNN's O'Sullivan, too, had been covering the story, having interviewed Sweeney and his grandmother about the issue. "I do think this is very important for the potential chilling impact this can have for freelance journalists, independent journalists around the world, particularly those who cover Elon Musk's other companies, like Tesla and SpaceX," O'Sullivan told CNN Thursday after his account was suspended. As the furor over the account suspensions unfolded, some Twitter users reported the platform had begun intervening when they attempted to post links to their own profiles on alternative social networks, including Mastodon. Those reports were confirmed Thursday evening by a CNN reporter who was blocked from sharing a Mastodon profile URL and was given an automated error message that said Twitter or its partners had identified the site as potentially harmful.